afternoon everyone, happy Sunday and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Northumberland. Sunday afternoon, it's 3 o'clock. I've got about 2 hours of the flood left. I've got quite a strong southerly wind. The sea's actually picked up a little bit from what I thought it would be. There's sort of south, a slight bit of southeast in it. So I thought, right, I'm just going to pick a mark where I've got the wind on my back, get right out of the way everything. I'm fishing the top end of the beacons, well-known mark. So all the tide's going to be racing down from the north, quite big spring tides at the minute. So what I'm thinking is, be racing all the way down the full length of the line mouth, coming up along the face of here, and might just give us a bit of a chance. We'll be coming into darkness within the next hour and a half or so. Quite big tides as well, springs. So I've got about, probably going to have, I don't know, maybe about 4.85 metre high, which can only be a good thing, I think. So I'm just going to vary my distance. I'm not going to be fishing for a particularly long time today because it's Sunday night and quite tired, to be honest. So it's that time of year where you're just searching for a big one, really. So baits, we've got squid, bluey, crab and carp. Just going to get a couple of rigs baited up, get them fired out and see if we can get anything. Usual 6 ounce gripper. That's actually 60 amnesia there, but you can see I've put 3 overhand knots in, so that'll probably take that down to 20 or 30, something like that. Little rotter, splashdown, 100 pound mono, bead, Trident figure of 8 clip that if you follow the channel you've probably seen us use the past couple of sessions. Really big fan of these. Power swivel, and I'm actually going 100 pound hook length as well. And I've got 2 4-row mustard Vikings. 100 pound just to give us plenty of resistance against any rough that's out there. And I'm using smaller 4 rows, basically because the aim of today is to just nod blank. If I can catch anything, I'll consider that a victory. Watch myself, there's a bit of water splashing up. It really is that time of year when you know, you're just searching to get a fish. It's very, very tricky. Most of the fish have gone off to spawn, so let's get some baits in the water, see what we can do. First cast. Gear today, back on the new Comp SS Shimano Aerotechnium 80 pound spider wire and 120 pound 4-strand braid leader. Quite a bit of depth out there, I think, which is good. Right. Right. I can already tell that this session is going to be a bit of a disaster. Why am I saying that? Because I'm walking along here and there's like one tiny little thorn bush and a tiny bit of braid that was loose on my spool gets caught in it. I walk about 5 steps. Before I know it, I've got about 10 yards of braid blowing around in this thorn bush, putting my hands in, getting cut to bits, wasting 10 minutes trying to untangle braid out this thorn bush. And I've just clipped this rig up to my rod. My coat's on there because I've just been walking. I'm still quite warm. Look up and it's just spun round the rig about 25 times. So it's just like, I don't know about you, but I just know when things feel like they're going to go wrong. But let's hope that I'm wrong and that actually everything goes to plan. But we'll see. So, bit of wing, bit of bluey. I'm intentionally keeping the bait small today because my kind of instinct is telling us to get a bit of distance, get it right out into the tide. And obviously the smaller, more streamlined your baits are, the more aerodynamic they are. Making a bit of a mess of this, aren't I? cart's defrosted a lot quicker than I would have wanted to do there, like. Calamity number 3. Look at the state of that. Dear me. Right. Get the panel in. 1, 2, 3. Just nick that into the bluey. Clip that into the splashdown. He says, before it comes undone. Right. This is not really a mark I fish regularly at all, to be honest. So, as I say, it's probably the wrong way to go about your fishing, but I came here today purely because I couldn't be bothered to stand in the wind. You might have seen a video from last week. Me and Gary were out braving the elements and we just got blown to bits. So I just fancied a little bit more comfort today, but it seems to have paid off because it's pretty much over my shoulder. Been getting quite a bit of slack line here, so I've got a feeling I'm probably out onto a patch of cleaner grass. I don't know if I've just had a little knock there actually. Thought I saw a little touch there. There's plenty of colour in the water, and I can almost, as I said before, there's a lot of tide as well, and you can almost see it kind of pooling around, so it can only be a good thing. But I'll just vary my distance today until I hopefully find something. It's quite a nice evening, to be fair. The nights are definitely starting to draw out now. So if I can just catch something, I'll be happy, because I'm yet to christen the comp. I'm obviously not making it easy for myself fishing in daylight at this time of year, but especially when there's not a lot of sea on. But you just got to give it a crack, haven't you? Right, first cast. Let's see if we've had any inquiries. There's actually a bit of weight on this. Oh no, I don't see it. Oh, it's gone into a snag. There's a bit of weight on that. Ah, I don't believe it. Ah, man. Ah, I've lost it, whatever it was. Ah, it's a shame. There's definitely something on that there. Frustrating. Ah, it's annoying. But never mind. Could be hopefully a good start. No, I cast pretty much off the face of these rocks. The gear's been pulled to the right a little bit, so there must be a bit of tide sort of pushing along the face of these rocks. Hopefully it's a good thing. Well, we're about an hour into the session now. It's 4:15, sun's going down. We've probably got about another 45 minutes or so of the flood. And I think, actually think I can see a seal up there. Hands are actually pretty cold today. I think I've got a 2-day hangover from Friday night. But what I have got, my brother bought us these for Christmas. They're like, they almost look like a mouse you'd use for the computer, but they're like electronic hand warmers. Trying to look for a brand or something, I can't really see anything. But got 3 bars, I don't know if you can see them. You can just sort of, obviously it goes between 1 and 3, and they are seriously warm, those. If you struggle with cold hands during the sort of autumn, winter and early spring, I'd 100% recommend a set of these. You get 2, I've got the other one charging up actually because it's run out of juice, but they're really good, those. Really last roll of the dice territory now at this time of year. not a lot kicking around at all. I think a lot of people by now will have hung their boots up, hung their rods and reels up I should say, and just wait for the spring to arrive, because the next couple of months, oops, I got a knot there. Next couple of months are definitely challenging, so it's a matter of just getting out and getting some exercise and some fresh air for me today. I think I was in two minds whether or not to film, but I thought, well, I might as well just come and make a video, bring you with us. If we get something, we get something. If we don't, it's just bringing you the realities of cod fishing in the very back end of the season. Well, I've moved back because the tide was coming in, well, is coming in. It's starting to spray up on those little gullies either side of us, but more so because I need to get out that wind. Pretty cold tonight. Can't seem to warm up. It's 25 to 5. Haven't had a touch on this cast. I want to reel in soon. It's been in for a good half hour. Get another one out. I might fish till 6, get about an hour in darkness, because obviously that, if we're all going to catch anything, that's going to be the best time. But so far, other than that first little rattle and losing whatever was on the first cast, it's been very, very redundant, as I thought it would. But I'm out of the wind, we're nearly at the top of the tide. We'll have another few casts and see if we can pull something out. Right, had absolutely nothing on this cast. Get it wound in, get that next bait out. Oh. Yeah, tell you what. One day I'm going to snap my neck and I'm not going to be able to come off wherever I'm fishing. There's a weight on this. I'm just got to keep it up out of that rough area that I lost. There's something on this, mind. Come on. I have felt a couple of head shakes. God, my arm's gone into cramp. We do indeed have a fish. Whee. Well, after nearly breaking my neck, as I typically tend to do, we have managed to save the blank with a very, very humble and fairly spent looking codlin. Right, he's done a pretty good job of nailing that. He almost looks like the type of codlin you get. And I used to fish a bit more on the tine. I don't know if you can see that. His fins are a bit battered. In fact, he looks like he's got a couple of lice or something on them. Lovely marked fish, just a little bit undersized, but a fish to save the blank. That's what we came for. There he is. He's engulfed those two hooks. Very late season codlin. Let's try and get him back, get another bait out. Again, a small fish, but I did say the objective of today was to not blank, and we haven't. So we'll see if there's something a bit bigger out there. I don't know if you can see there, you can see that trident link's just pulled through, pulled the sinker up out the way, so it's done its job again. Right, well, there is life out there, which is good. I was going to cast a little bit closer and a little bit further to my left, but I think I'll just go the same again after that. Especially now it's getting dark, can't be a bad thing. I think there's a good bit of depth out there, that's for sure. Put my rod tip quite high up here because I am about 15-20 yards back from the water now, so I just want it up and out the way of those rocks. Before there, when I was baiting that other rig up, I looked up, my rod tip was wobbling, but I noticed there was a couple of gulls flying about 30 yards out, so I think it might have just been one of the gulls clipping me line. That said, I mean, this time of year, because the fish are so sort of spent, it may well just be that you get one knock and then they just sort of sit there. I didn't even see the bite on that other fish, I'll be totally honest. I'm just pleased that I've managed to catch something. Got another bait made up there, carton bluey. Put that one out and then I might have one more cast after that and then wrap up. Right, this one's been in for quite a while. Thought I might have had a bite before. Wind's completely back off now, it's lovely. Nah. Oh, just pull that straight into a snag. Feel it's rough ground out there. God, it was cold before. Sharp warm up when winding like the clappers to get your gear over the rough. Right, not a lot left on that at all. This is probably, unless something miraculous happens, this is probably going to be my second last cast. Got to say, this red spider wire comes into its own once you're in the dark. It's very mixed, the ground out there. There's times when I'm winding in and the first 10 yards or so feels quite clean, but right now I'm taking quite a lot of slack up. And other times you can just feel like getting pulled into the heavier ground straight away. I've got to say, I'm enjoying being reunited with a Comet SS. I think they're a really, really good rod. I do like a Century rod, it's just got that nice, solid, well-made feel to it. I love me Ziplex as well, obviously, but I bought that as not a sort of backup as such, but just I bought to make sure that I did have two rough ground rods just in case anything happened. And this is the second time out with it. And actually, it's just occurred to us that I finally managed to christen it, which is nice, albeit only with a very small fish, of course, but still. Fish is a fish. Can't legislate for size now, can you? That's my excuse anyway. So, what am I going to do? We're in darkness now. It's 5:30. and I am getting slightly hungry. I really can't make my mind up. So bait another. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this rig away, and if I get another fish, I'll have another cast. But if not, I think I'll split, because I came out just to have a short session and catch something, and thankfully that's what I've done. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's gone, which might sound absolutely ridiculous considering I've only caught a small codlin, but this time of year I'm happy just to get out and get something. I'm guessing you probably can't see that, but that's 100-pound mono, and it's pretty hardy stuff. I'm running my finger over that, and that's exactly why I'm using the 100-pound, because that's just frayed from that rough over there. And for me personally, I only made that rig this afternoon, and that'll be it. It'll be getting cut up and discarded. I only really like to use brand new fresh rigs for heavy ground fishing. Well, for most of me fishing anyway, but that's exactly why. Right, cast's been in for a good half hour. I did think that I saw a little bit of a knock earlier, but a tiny bit of weight on, but it could just be weed. Did pick up a little bit of weed before. Oh, it's rough ground out there. No, nothing on there. Well, brings us to the end of the session. It's been pretty short and sweet. Managed to get that one fish, and to be honest, that was all I was looking for. I knew it was going to be tricky today. Big tide was pretty much the only thing in my favour. Fairly flat sea, plenty of colour, which obviously helps as well, but this time of year it's always very, very difficult. But managed to get one. Not a particularly big fish, well, not a big fish at all actually, but you can't legislate for size, can you? That's my excuse. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Quick session. I've enjoyed it. It's been nice to get out and get some fresh air, particularly after what felt like a 2-day hangover from quite a big boozy one on Friday night. So it's been nice to get out and clear the cobwebs away. I'm going to head off now, go and get some tea, enjoy the rest of the weekend. So as always, thanks very much for your continued support. It is really appreciated. Me and Gary will be out and about again very soon, so stay tuned for that. Where we'll be, who knows, might go local, we might go further afield. So as always, thanks for watching. Tight lines, keep fishing. We'll see you soon.